think it will be clear more if we talk about the data flow. So for data flow, let's go here for our board again. Okay, imagine we talk today about data flow. Okay, then what we're gonna talk about data flow? First one, we're gonna talk about the differentiate for data flow between failover group. Then the second one will be geo replications. So if we go here, just do like that and go more up and here. Let's go first with green here, and we'll build the primary site. Then we build the secondary site. Okay, this is the primary site, and then will be a secondary site. And here we have a SQL. Here we have a SQL. Okay, so the data here for SQL, and here will be SQL. We have data here. So data here, it will be primary data, and here will be a secondary database. Okay, so data here for the primary is written to the primary database in the primary regions. So again, data here will be written for primary database for primary regions. Okay, so the primary database replicates the data to secondary database in the same regions. So here, if you go here for failover group, so failover group here, the primary database will be replicate the data to secondary database in the same regions. You have to remember that for the same regions. Okay, then what will happen? So someone will ask you, or your customer ask you, so if a disaster or unexpected disruptions occur, just actually why we do a high availability, because sometimes we have unexpected disruptions happen. So what we can do here, so if the disaster or unexpected disruptions occur in the primary regions, in the primary regions, the secondary can be failed over to become new primary database. Again, customer, he will tell you, okay, we go with this option, failover group, because we have a single database and the data will be in the data here will be written in primary database, because for primary regions. Okay, and the primary database will replicate the data to secondary database in the same regions. Okay, but the customer will ask you, what if the database or unexpected disruptions occurs in primary? In this one, what will happen? The secondary database can be filled over to become the new primary database. So the data will be written in new primary database in the same regions. Okay, so it's so simple. So let's go with a geo replication. Okay, again, we have here, let's go like that. We have here also let's go here with take the green one. Okay, green one. Okay, we build the primary site, then will be also the secondary site. Okay, this primary site, then secondary site, and also we have a SQL. Okay, data, the data here we have data. Okay, so the data is written to primary site in the same primary regions. Okay, this we have to be agree. Then the primary database, this primary database will be replicate to data into secondary regions. Here will be have geo replication. So again, the primary database, this primary database replicates the data to secondary database in the secondary regions. Okay, you know to have to different between this one failover group and geo replication. Then again, the questions will coming also from your customers. So what if the disaster recovery or unexpected disruptions occurs? What will happen? So you have to your answer to be ready actually. So in these times, in the disaster recovery will happen here, actually in primary site as usual. So the secondary database can be failed over to become new primary database. Again, if disaster recovery or unexpected disruptions occur in primary regions, in this one, the secondary database can be failed over to become new primary database. So the data is written to new primary database in secondary regions. Again, the data will be written to be a new primary in, but here and not here in the same regions. Here will be in secondary regions. Okay, so the new primary database replicate the data back. You will replicate the data back here. You will replicate the data back to secondary database in primary regions once it's available again. I think it's simple. The DataFlow, I think, gave you more. And if we just need to recap and to have to differentiate between, and if evaluating with your customer, differentiate between the failover and geo replications, it will be simple. We're using the failover group. You're using failover group. If we have automatic failover within the single region for your SQL database. And if you're using geo replication, if you have a multiple of regions. Okay, and again, you can using if you mentions RTO, as we mentioned, RTO will be for this one will be shorter and here will be longer, and also here for failover group for database or secondary, or the database here will secondary database in failover, it's not readable, so it can be used for a read-only access, and for a readable for geo replications here it will be readable database, in secondary database. So I think it will be useful. If you have any confuse or you need any comment, I'm happy to answer your question and give you your comments in my video. And please subscribe for more videos. Thank you for everyone.